Yeah, I've just written down something that I want to share about this. So I'll start. Imagine making a film that will reach out all over the world on the movie theaters with a really good story and with the understanding of the principles is the underlying core message in the whole movie. Imagine all kinds of people that will gain some new understanding, maybe have some new insights, or become aware that there perhaps is another way of viewing this life here on Earth and how our human minds are working. The potential of the principles and the potential of this movie project is huge. It's really huge, I think. The project name is Threshold.
Yes.
Do I say it correctly now?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and I didn't know what it meant. And I was thinking that maybe other people too in Norway don't understand the word threshold. So I'll just explain it a little. In Norwegian, well, what it means in English is the physical bottom part of a doorway. So in Norwegian we call it terskel eller dørstokk. It is also used metaphorically to describe a boundary value, a starting point, or a new beginning, like entering something new. Yes, I attended to a public Zoom meeting with Jamie and Hannah, where they presented the movie project that Jamie's working on, or they both are working on. And I got really excited, both at the meeting, but also when Hannah a couple of days ago, I think, asked if Jamie could come here today and talk about this. So yeah, we're very excited to have you here. And I think my first question would be like, if you can tell us just a little about the idea and how it all started and what this is.
Yeah, thank you, Helga. And what it started with something called the X Prize, which the X Prize Foundation was set up by a guy called Peter Diamandis. And what they do is they try and solve the world's biggest challenges. And they do it by putting up a big prize package. And then hundreds of teams from around the world compete to win the prize. But in the process of competing, they develop amazing solutions. So they've developed medical solutions, clean water solutions, education solutions, and their goal is to solve the world's biggest challenges. And earlier this year, I saw that Peter Diamandis had put out a post saying that he'd realized that humanity gets much of its vision from Hollywood, our images of the future, but that those visions of the future were pretty negative and dystopian. And so he put up an X Prize of $3.5 million for of film funding for the team that can tell the most hopeful story about the future, the most hopeful vision of the future. And as far as I'm concerned, the principles are the most hopeful vision of the future there is because, if you think about it, we're the most safe and in many ways privileged physically beings ever to walk this planet. And yet, you look around and people's levels of happiness and well-being and mental health and so on are not reflecting that. And so without an understanding of our minds, we can't live into the future that is there in potential for humanity. So it looks to me like this story is the most hopeful story that humanity has. So that was the idea for it. I saw that the prize was being announced. I thought I have a story for that, and that's where it started.
So I know you are making a trailer, or is it finished, or
It's almost finished. We're
almost
we're
finished?
like that
Almost there.
close,
So
that
close.
close. The deadline for the competition is this Saturday, and
Oh.
the to it's kind of an interesting situation because normally uh, you don't get a trailer for a movie without having a movie, but they've said, well, actually, we want to take part in the competition. You've got to create a film and you've got to create a treatment for a film, a short film, like maximum 3 minutes. And based on those two things, they're going to choose the winners of who gets to make a full movie. So I reached out to my buddy Alex West, who's a movie and TV producer, and said, "Hey, I'm doing this project. Do you want to get involved?" He said, "Yeah." And we've been doing it ever since. And we've got a story, we've got a heroine, we've got um, all kinds of things in store for people. And the idea is to create a film that if an audience of people walk into it, they will have insights, realizations, transformations as they wake up to the truth and beauty of who they really are. That's the goal of the film. And that won't happen for every single person who watches it, obviously, because, somewhat random. But the idea is that people will be interested. They'll be curious. Be like, they'll learn things and be like, yeah, what's going on here? But it's not like it's going to be a TED Talk. It's not a documentary film. It's a fictional account. It's a thriller. It's a sci-fi thriller. So we want to use the vehicle of storytelling to guide people into an awakening.
Do you have something to show us today, like sharing your screen or something, or?
Chana has prepared something,
Ah,
I believe.
great, Hannah.
See if I
Because
can
it's
do
so
the.
good to see some like visualizing.
Sure.
And I just wanted to point that out because I didn't understand that at once last time that this trailer is in IE, right?
Yes.
AI.
I
AI.
you, yeah, I can't say it. IE. Yeah,
AI.
but that the movie will be with real people, is that correct?
That's what we assume that at the
Mm,
moment anyway, the AI filmmaking is fine for making a short trailer, but not for making a full
Yeah.
movie.
mhm.
AI.
So you see that this is the invention that the story is about this patch, this ring. Maybe Jamie pause it there for a
Yeah,
second.
sure.
Right. So you can see that everybody in the story is wearing a ring, and these rings are kind of a lot of people are wearing them already, and the ring sends information to whoever's checking your blood pressure and your heart rate and all that stuff. And then in Jamie's story, there's a patch which could like top up your medication. So it's kind of, remember, this is set in the future, like 2035, right?
Mm.
So imagine how things are now, like moving so fast that in the future you could just have a pharmacy, access to a pharmacy just right there in your patch. And like we've just been talking about, food noise and how people are looking for drugs to control how much they're eating.
Mm.
We're already in a place for many years now where people are taking drugs to control their state of mind and our moods and like it's kind of a little bit of a scary idea that this control is happening through these patches and these rings could be how everybody's living in sometime in the future. And that's kind of like where the story's kind of starting. So,
And the funny thing about it is the person who's actually our hero has created this company out of a genuine desire to help people and then realizes it isn't helping, realizes that there are people who have a quality of life and are thriving in a way that's beyond anything in their numbers and metrics. And she becomes obsessed with what's going on for these people, that they are living good lives, have good relationships, all this stuff without being on the patch. And so that's the quest she goes on. And that's the adventure and the story that unfolds. And that's so she's on a quest to find the principles.
so, yeah, so,
So hit play.
yeah.
I know where you are.
I think we're over our 10. We're actually allowed to share, believe it or not. We're not just trying to be coy or tease you. We're
Yeah.
only allowed to share little bits. I can probably share some imagery uh, if I can.
But you can see like Jamie's used AI to because we don't have a movie yet to make a trailer out of, we've had to
Yeah.
construct. So it does look very AI, but that's the tools that we have. And so the drama and the car chases and all that stuff, it's all going to be there. And it's amazing how he's put it together to give that impression.
And we'll see. We're going to submit it this week, and then we will be given a green light at some point in August, we believe, when we'll be allowed to share it. We're not allowed to under the competition rules, we're not allowed to share it until everyone gets the green light, and everyone will be sharing their trailers at once. So when we do that, that's when we really want to get a lot of eyeballs on it.
Mm-hmm. Right, so that's why we're doing this presentation to you guys right now, is because once the trailer is accepted, we need everybody to come and like it, share it, comment on the YouTube trailer, because the more interest that the judges see, it's going to get their attention. Because if they see there's a community of people who really are interested in this story and want this movie to be made, it's going to go a long way to influence them. And that's the way I see it.
Yeah, me too.
So what we're asking communities like the Norway Three Principles community is to sign up on the website. We have I'll give the information to Helga. And if you sign up on the website, then you will be notified as soon as this happens. Right? The moment that the trailer is available, it's like, when you launch a book, and if more people buy the book on that one day, then, you become an Amazon bestseller, right? So we want this to be like a bestseller. So the more people who will like it, share it, and you know how, like I was talking earlier, the algorithm works when the more attention you get to it, the more it gets exposed to other people. So I'm going to be sending it to my college friends, my neighbor, my cousins, whoever I can think of. It doesn't have to just be in the Three Principles community. The more people we can get to create a buzz about it, the more it's going to help that our trailer like rise to the top and get more attention. So that's why we're doing this presentation, to ask you for your support.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So I saw that you put the link in the chat if someone
Yeah, I just put it in there.
to have it already,
Mm-hmm.
and I will also share it.
Thank you, Helga.
But for now, is it just to like sign on to your newsletter, or should we do something more already now?
Well, there are a couple of things. If you join the newsletter list, then we'll be sending out updates as soon as we get them. But the other thing is, and this is very cool actually, Andrea on our team has started creating viral content with members of the cast from the movie doing their own like Instagram reels and that sort of thing. And it's kind of mind-blowing to see it. So we'll also be sharing examples of that and that sort of thing. So they're very social media accounts and what have you. So what we want to do is start to build the story of the film and the story world and that sort of thing, so that you can kind of get a glimpse inside the sort of things we've been thinking about as we look at what's it actually take to, because here's the interesting thing. The people who are running the X Prize Foundation, they're right at the epicenter of everything that's going on with technology and AI and communications and that sort of thing. They understand first principles. They really get first principles, but they haven't thought about first principles in relation to psychology. So part of our strategy for this is that people who are in an incredibly influential position in terms of influencing people will click to the principled nature of this understanding. So that's my hope and fervent prayer anyway.
And I mean, I've talked to so many in the Norwegian community and also internationally that a lot of us, like, you see what the principles are doing to you, and you really want to, yeah, get it out to the world. And it's not easy. I think all of us experience that, maybe talking to friends or family, and they don't really, yeah, get it. So I think this idea about having a movie is like, it's so great,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
thank you, Helga. And
because you can reach everyone, like going to the movie, of course, but young adults, as every part of
Mm-hmm.
society. Yeah, yeah.
It's true. Films are one of the major art forms of the century, and so
Yeah.
being able to utilize that to share a message about the principles and a principled understanding just seems like a great opportunity.
I remember you saying something about that. Of course, it's one winning who gets all
Yeah.
this money and all the really going to get to be able to make the movie. But you also told me something about like the 10 best of, wasn't it? Like they are also getting
Well,
attention.
yeah, there's a couple of things. There are going to be 10 finalists, and
Ah,
then, it gets narrowed down and that sort of thing. But the interesting thing is, one of the people who's been participating, their film is already being made because to the point about publicizing it and that sort of thing, sharing it, a production company saw it and said, we want to make that movie. So the cool thing about leading with a trailer, which, as Hannah was saying, it's the other way around to how it usually happens. The cool thing about leading with a trailer is a distributor or a production company can see it and go, we think there's a market for that film. We want to make that movie. So while our eyes are on the prize, we want to win the prize, we want to get the film made, and we want to get the impact of winning that prize. Even if we don't get first place, the film, about a month ago, Alex, my co-producer, said, we've got enough of a story and a film here that we can make this regardless of whether we win the prize. So this, my sense ever since I started doing this is that this project has its own reasons for existing. Like there's an energy with it and a passion and a motivation with it that kind of goes beyond whether we even win or not. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to trust that and run with it because I think that's how we take this understanding out into the world is by trusting our own wisdom and guidance and being willing to follow it, even when it seems mad and weird. So that's my
Yeah,
sense of it.
to me, that's one of the most exciting things about it is like, yeah, winning the prize is like fantastic. But, I worked in Hollywood for many years and production companies are always looking for good ideas. And so, and they want good ideas that are going to turn into a financial reward for them. And so if they see that people are already interested, then that's kind of going a long way to persuading them that this is something to look into. So even if we don't like get far in the prize of this particular competition, what Jamie's put together is a package that can be presented to like Sony Pictures or Universal Studios or whoever we like meet and could be presented and get made anyway. So it's a fantastic opportunity, which is why your support is so important.
100%.
Mhm.
and as I understand it, the support is quite easy. It's like liking,
Yeah,
commenting,
yeah,
sharing. It's
Yeah.
on social
yeah.
media, and
Doesn't cost anything.
it doesn't cost anything, and you can do it in like 5 minutes and just
Yeah.
maybe keep yourself updated with the newsletter. And I'm not promising anything, but I'll try to also update our Facebook page
Thank you.
about the project. So yeah, it's really, really great. And I'm so proud of you. Not proud of you. I'm so, what do you call it? Happy that you came to us. It's really
Yeah.
great. Little Norway. Yeah,
I'm
but
a
we
big
are.
fan of Norway. I've
Yeah.
taught in Oslo and absolutely loved it. And I've got a lot of friends from Norway.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You should come one day.
Just invite me and I'll be there. I'll jump on a plane.
We invite
Welcome.
you for the premiere on the movie when it comes to
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we got to have a party.
Great. Well,
Okay, do
thank you so
anyone have
much.
some question or anything you want
Anybody
that
have any
it seems
questions?
unclear? No?
Good.
Great. Then I really want to thank you, Hannah and Jamie, for
Thank you,
attending
Helga.
today. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye
Helga. Thank you,
bye.
Hannah.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Nice
Bye.
to see you.
Yeah.